I got excited for a minute.
Okay. Anyway, so I think I believe this is game one. This is now button warmers. Both players probably feeling warmed up because of how frequently they've been playing. JG just played a set, and Nebula played the one before. Oh, that's interesting. I don't often see Pac-Man players. Oh, he was so. Oh my! I thought the trampoline was done. I thought he was gonna get in the special fall and die. I actually thought he was done there. And he takes out the key a little early for the key, I would think. But he's probably just trying to do some shield pressure. But yeah, I would think it'd be a little early for the key, but maybe not. I guess always take the key if you can.
Yeah.
Yeah, so JG, I mean, one thing about Fox, or really any fast character, is it's very difficult to take back stage control. And I think we're seeing that here where it's Nebula, while he is at a lead, he's having trouble here just getting in for a lot of consistent damage. And JG is able to edgeguard him.
Well,
you know,
Nebula really capitalizes on reads, so I think he just needs...
because of his projectiles. Any character with slow moves or slow projectiles, they're very read-based. He's throwing fruit at him. Don't throw fruit at that man. What did he do to you?
What was that episode of SpongeBob where they threw peanuts and got in trouble? Cause
I remember that. Wow, he takes the stock pretty early stock there. Considering Pac-Man is basically just bottom tier Sheik in terms of his kill power. He really has trouble killing unless he gets like an offstage Hydrant or Shine would not reflect the Hydrant, would it?
It would.
I thought it was only energy projectiles.
No, I think it's
I don't think it would. It does? Really?
Yep.
Oh, for some reason I thought that the Shine only reflected energy projectiles, but
you're hanging around with Mile 58 too
much.
Yeah,
there we go.
You have to think too much about energy projectiles.
That's true. Oh my gosh, are you seeing this? One thing about Pac-Man that a lot of players will sleep on Pac-Man because you don't see him often in tournament play, and he has a lot of bad options, but he does have certain things like forward air and up air that can really consistently start strings, which is good. Oh, that was cool. He was like rising up on the stage with while charging his.
Well, yeah, I think he was using that too.
The bell is it's gone. He's out of here. He's going to see his family.
The Bells.
The Bells, is that like their last name?
Yeah, they're like Alexander Graham Bell, but it's like...
That's a two-stock.
That is. Winners Finals.
Nebula taking game one in Winners Finals.
Yep.
Fox, Pac-Man. I don't know. Coming into it, I thought it would just be awful for Pac-Man because, he can get reflected. He can... Fox can pretty easily shut down a lot of his options, but Nebula's been making things happen, so it's really cool to see that. Playing a character that isn't the best and not necessarily an advantageous matchup and still just excelling, which is, there's something to be said about that for sure.
Oh, definitely. Yeah.
Yeah, and I really like characters with objects that they can mess around with, like King Dedede or Pac-Man, that can manipulate the movement of their projectiles depending on what move they hit it up with. Like he can hit it up with up air to send it at like a kind of like an upward angle, or he can hit it with a smash attack or something to hit it straight forward, which is pretty cool. So I just really like that, and I believe this set is going to be best of 5 because it's Winners Finals.
Yeah, it should be.
Oh, you reflected the bell, but it's gone. It didn't come back down. Where did the bell go?
I've been wondering about that.
I guess it just despawned.
Yeah.
Okay, JG is saying, you know what? I've had enough of this. I'm going to be hanging out over here. And
they're just playing tennis right now.
Yeah, they are.
Going back and forth.
we're seeing some pretty defensive gameplay coming out from JG, like we saw in his previous set, which I think is the right move here, because if you try and approach Pac-Man excessively, you can really get badly punished for it. So you definitely have to be careful and be mindful of that. And JG is doing that, so that's good. again, he's popping up that hydrant, trying to create a barrier between him and his opponent. And I think that's one of Pac-Man's specialties, is creating that, just kind of that wall.
Oh my gosh. Okay. Could have ended it there, do you think? Or do you think it's smash attacks?
I think if it had hit him to the left, it would have. Yeah. But it hit him, so for some reason the knockback was to the right.
Ooh, that is... What?
Yeah, that was like a quasi stage spike there, right on the ledge, and that sent him right off. And he was at like 150, so that's not unreasonable, but just kind of weird how it sent him at that angle because of where it hit him on the ledge.
One thing I noticed is that the hydrant doesn't seem to do a lot of shield damage.
I think the hydrant knockback and shield damage is dependent entirely on what move you use. I was thinking he was going to go down and tap the trampoline
me too,
to
but
set him in a special fall.
I think that he saw that he wasn't going to make it there in time.
Yeah.
But look at this. JG, he's got to go a ways to get back. He's
a full stop down.
Yeah.
Trying once again to shine that fire hydrant, showing a few times on a few separate occasions to be a pretty strong option, as he has hit Nebula with it multiple times. And okay, so now he's up in the air. Being up in the air against Fox is always scary because he has multiple kill options in the air. He has back air for horizontal and up air for vertical. So you've got to be careful of that. And oh my gosh, the Matrix, the hydrant goes right over his shield. But I think you are right that the hydrant does not deal a lot of shield damage. It doesn't seem to, at least. It's not. It's kind of a negligible.
Like you'd think it would deal a lot more than
right, because it's just so big and heavy.
Yeah.
It deals a good amount of knockback. Oh my gosh, I think Nebula probably thought that was going to disappear, and it didn't. So it's a good thing that he knew and he didn't get hit by it there.
Can we talk about Pac-Man's shoes for a little while?
Pac-Man's shoes? They're basically Sonic shoes. Except they're like more
they
more
got
like stockings.
But they got like white in the background.
Well, no, Sonic says that, don't they?
I don't know, but it's odd.
It's odd?
Yeah, it's like, why would you want like on your heel?
Don't disrespect a man's kicks.
Okay.
Oh, it's bouncing over there. Do you see it? Oh my gosh, the apple.
Not gonna kill.
It's not gonna take it.
No.
The fruits are garbage.
I wouldn't say that much. I'd say they're good at.
They're very situational, whereas the bell and the spaceship and the key,
okay.
You can use those in pretty much any situation.
It's not looking very good, but I mean, if JG can just hold them back or get a few
the
strings
platform. That was really good DI from Nebula, breaking out of that up tilt string. Oh, did you see that? The water was pushing the bell over, but it still it didn't work. Why didn't it work? Like, what the heck?
Pac-Man, he's like a surfer. He's the master of the waves.
Pac-Man, I feel like if Pac-Man's moves worked the way that they were supposed to, then Pac-Man would be a good character. Like, Pac-Man is a good character in theory.
I feel like it's the reverse. I think Pac-Man's good the way he is because his moves don't work the way they're supposed to. Was that gonna kill?
Well, I think that's true, but I mean, like, if there were certain things, like, there were a few things with, like, the direction the fruits move that were changed, I think Pac-Man would be a lot better.
That's true.
And if they were a little bit faster.
And if he had good smash attacks.
Right. If all of those things were true, he'd be good.
Mm-hmm.
This close. But anyway, yeah, we're seeing another really good
I think Pac-Man
reversal here.
I think JG can kill Nebula at this point, right?
Probably not this early. Even with this amount of rage, I would assume not, unless he gets like a full upset.
Whoa, okay.
Okay, we were not paying attention.
They
to
better
the timer.
not.
He's hanging out. He's chilling. Okay. He sudden death.
Are they going to sudden death?
No.
Yeah.
It's whoever's at the lowest percent takes the stock or the.
I thought they'd like
match.
Gentlemen.
Why would you do that?
Because it's nice.
That's a terrible idea. I'm never letting you organize a tournament.
What I'd like to do is have a gentleman's to sudden death, and then just have the bombs decide. Nebula did. Yep.
Nebula's a really cool tag.
Yeah. Well, isn't the Z something to do with
No idea.
like something or other. I don't know. I didn't really pay
Isn't
attention.
it something to do with something or other? I'm sure it is. That's
I
probably
mean,
a safe bet.
it could be like TM, and it just doesn't have to do with anything.
I always thought it was because your middle initial was M.
It's not.
What is it?
It's A.
Tal.
It's Talc.
Well,
That's why my Club Penguin screen name is Talc12.
Club Penguin.
Yeah. If only that was still up, I would say you guys could add me on it, but you know.
Yeah. They should. That's what they should put down there. Screw Twitter. Put Club Penguin down there. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Okay. So we're probably gonna see some bouncing. We're probably gonna see some hops here with the key. I was right. We're seeing bouncing.
Oh, those kicks are going to improve the hops. That's
true. See, Tobias, you were questioning his methods, and look what he's doing now.
Yep.
Oh, he's using the trampoline to his advantage, trying to get kind of a crazy mix-up there with down air, Fox's drill. Drill is really, really good, and I don't see a lot of Foxes use it, but he uses it quite a lot, which is good.
Drill moves are a lot better than a lot of people think.
I would say drill moves are better in 64 and in Melee, where there's less landing lag.
Yeah.
And you can get things out of it. But there's certain characters like Kirby's down air, that have confirms that will kill.
Yeah.
So. Okay, so he was trying to space him there with back air.
I always want Korn's drill to be a lot better than it is, but it's not.
Wow. Okay, as good an option as back air is, and as for how early it kills, it's very committal because of how slow it is. So if you are edge guarding with back air, you have to not do anything else because back air is so slow.
Yeah, exactly.
So that can sometimes be unfortunate, but right now it seems like Nebula is saying, I'm in the lead. I'm up 2 games on you. I'm just gonna hang out over here. You can come to me. I don't care about your lasers. I've got this hydrant thing that I can hide behind.
You may have the stock lead, but I can kill you whenever I want.
Oh my gosh, that was sick. Using the hydrant's blast. That was really hot.
He was just hanging out there.
Yeah,
the spaceship. He was just playing with his boomerang.
Yeah, he was playing with his boomerang. All right. So right now, he's trying to once again just create the wall with the fire hydrant, using the fire hydrant to protect him from the lasers and to sponge the damage. While he, I don't know if JG thinks the hydrant.
Did you see he just pulled a Eldritch A there?
Explain.
He took out the hydrant with charged forward smash.
Oh, well, yeah, that's good for sending it.
It's a good Eldritch A too.
Oh my gosh. Okay.
Well, if you only do that, it's more.
One thing is that I've been noticing that I really like is I'm not sure if JG thinks the hydrant will get sent by the lasers, but whether or not the hydrant goes flying is based on knockback, I believe, not damage. So the lasers, I don't think will ever send the hydrant flying, and if it does, the hydrant will despawn before it even sends it. So I don't believe it even can send it flying because it's completely dependent on knockback. And lasers have no knockback. Oh, it despawned right before he shined it, or possibly right after, because unlike a lot of projectiles, the shine doesn't refresh the despawn rate on the mango.
Oh, what was up with that stun there? Because the animation appeared for the stun, but it just sort of stayed in place. It didn't follow him.
Well, okay. Oh my gosh! The water pushed him. He basically had a mobile smash attack. Well, he did have a mobile smash attack.